Hey, I'm Dark North, hope you guys are doing well. In this video, I'll be talking about the best team comps for Eula. Eula, being mainly a physical damage dealer, benefits a lot from having another Electro in the team to proc Superconduct, which reduces enemies' resistance to physical damage by 40%. So let's start with the teams. The first is Eula, Raiden, Zhongli, and a Flex. Raiden Burst generates a lot of energy for the team, and Raiden E also procs electro attacks when any teammate hits the enemy and has no downtime at all, giving Eula 100% uptime on Superconduct. And on top of that, also increases damage of your team's elemental burst based on their burst cost. Eula, having a high burst cost, also benefits from a greater increase in her burst damage, which is a massive part of her damage as a whole. Eula Raiden is a pretty good combo, as Raiden synergizes really well with Eula and makes one of Eula's problems, which is ER, a non-issue, on top of doing a lot of damage on her own, as both of them are burst damage dealers, making this a double nuke team. Zhongli in this team shreds resistance with his E, which also includes physical resistance, provides a shield allowing Eula to not get interrupted and stay alive when she is stacking her burst, and drops a meatball for damage and petrification. The Flex slot can be another Cryo character for being a battery and providing Cryo resonance, like Diona, who gives a shield, healing, and acts as a Cryo battery for Eula all at the same time, Rosaria, who gives crit rate, and Kaya. You can also use Bennett for an attack buff and healing, Sara for an attack buff, who also gives Raiden more electro crit damage at C6. Lisa with a Thrilling Tales also works, giving a massive attack buff and also reducing enemy defense, which is very valuable. And having Raiden on the same team also helps fuel Lisa burst very easily. C4 Shinyan can also be used to reduce enemy physical resistance by 15% and gives a decent shield. You can also use Anemo for Swirling Electro to increase Raiden's damage. Any Anemo character can be used, like Kazuha, Sucrose, Venti, Jean, or Sayu. Before moving on to the next team, we are trying to hit 1,000 subs before the end of the year, so if you are enjoying this video, a sub to the channel would be very much appreciated. Now moving on, second team is Eula Raiden with double Cryo, which basically allows you to run Eula with no ER at all and basically still have her burst back off cooldown. The Cryo candidates here are Diona, who gives a shield and healing, Rosaria, who gives crit rate to the team, and Kaya. You can also run two of these in the same team, and with Raiden, you will have no ER issues. This is basically a comfort Eula team. If you are the type of person who do not want to worry about min-maxing energy generation and want to just unga bunga your way through the abyss, this team will basically let you do that. The next team is Eula, Raiden, Sara plus a Flex. If you have C6 Sara, this is even better, as it increases Raiden's burst damage by quite a lot, making it a very strong double nuke team. C6 Sara buffs electro crit damage of the team, and at C0 buffs party attack. The Flex can be a Cryo battery, or Diona, who is also a shielder, or Zhongli, who shreds resistance, C4 Shinyan for the physical resistance shred, or an Anemo character to shred electro resistance, like Kazuha, Sucrose, Venti, Jean, and Sayu to increase Raiden's damage. Next team is Eula Fischl with double Cryo, basically similar to the Raiden team being replaced with Fischl, who is a electro off-field sub-DPS that does a lot of damage and procs Superconduct for Eula. The Cryo candidates for this are basically a battery and enable Cryo resonance. They can be Rosaria, who gives crit rate, Diona, who gives shield and healing, and Kaya, who is a decent off-field DPS and battery. And the last team is Eula, Fischl, Zhongli plus a Flex. Fischl does the same as in the last team that I talked about just before this. Zhongli here shreds all resistance, gives a chunky shield, and drops a meteor for petrification and damage. The Flex here can be a Cryo character like Rosaria, Kaya, and Diona, who also gives a shield. If you have enough ER on Eula, or are confident in your ability to min-max energy, or are fighting enemies that drop a lot of energy particles, you can run other characters that increase your damage further instead of using a Cryo battery. These can be a Bennett that gives an attack buff and healing, Sara that gives an attack buff and at C6 gives electro crit damage to Fischl, Lisa with a Thrilling Tales, who gives an attack buff and shreds enemy defense, and with Fischl being a very good energy generator for electro, you shouldn't have any trouble getting Lisa burst back in time. C4 Shinyan also works to lower enemy physical resistance by 15% and gives a shield, or you can just use an Anemo character for shredding electro resistance for Fischl, like Kazuha, Sucrose, Venti, Jean, or Sayu. And those were all the team comps for Eula. If you have any questions or corrections, you can leave them down below. If you found this helpful, consider leaving a like. We are trying to hit 1,000 subs before the end of the year, so I would really appreciate it if you would consider subbing to the channel if you want to see more videos like these. I'm still currently sick, so I do apologize if I sound a little weird. Thank you for bearing with it. Thanks for watching. Have a good one.